Far Cry New Dawn is a first-person shooter, or so it says on Wikipedia. I feel like that's going to be my new intro for that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like it.
It's a game that's just come out in the last few days as a sort of weird sequel to Far Cry 5.
Sort of sequel, but
spin-off
not really.
thing. Yeah, that is the voice of Liam McKelvey, and I'm Mike Williams. Far Cry New Dawn is out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, published and developed by Ubisoft, of course. Far Cry 5 came out last year?
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
No, 2018? 2018, yeah.
I kind of forgot about it. It won't be on Game of the Year discussions and stuff. I did enjoy Far Cry 5, but it just faded away to the back of my mind a little bit when we were talking about
this is exactly how I felt about it.
End of the year stuff. Obviously, Far Cry is a first-person, open-world stealth exploration thing where you take down bandit camps and do some story missions and fly aeroplanes and drive quad bikes and all that sort of fun stuff. So Far Cry New Dawn is a spoiler-heavy follow-up to the events
the
of Far Cry.
very existence of this game spoils the ending of Far Cry 5.
Yeah, so Far Cry 5 is kind of about a cult that believes in the apocalypse and it says that the end times are coming, sort of thing, and then lo and behold, that actually does happen.
Yeah.
In quite an obnoxious way at the end of Far Cry 5, and that is the setting of Far Cry New Dawn.
Yes.
So the world is apocalyptic.
17 years after is the
timeline. So the apocalypse has had a few years to bed in.
Yeah,
and
so they have like a thing where they say the survivors were like hiding out underground, and now they've come out from their bunkers 17 years later. And...
How were they underground? Is everyone in this now a member of the cult that believed in the apocalypse, if they were ready for the apocalypse? I guess, well, that's the thing of Far Cry 5. There was loads of like preppers stuff. There was like prepper stashes and stuff. So like half of the population...
That's how they explain it. Like people hiding out in their like bunkers that they've built under their utility shed in their garden or whatever.
They were sort of partially excitedly waiting for the apocalypse because they were ready for it.
Stockpiling food, guns and whatever else you can need.
So the big question we're going to discuss in this video is, given that it is basically the same world, is it worth revisiting? Is Far Cry New Dawn, has it got enough meat in there that makes it worth revisiting the world of essentially Far Cry 5? Is it you've played quite a few hours. Is it worth going back? Do you feel like it was worth going back?
I've been having quite a bit of fun with it so far, and so fundamentally, like the foundations of the map are the same, and you do see quite a lot of, if you've played Far Cry 5, you'll see quite a few familiar locations from that game. The
setting is a place called Hope County in Montana, right? So there's a bit of variety and sort of, there's like flat farm land, and there's like, mountainous regions, forests and stuff like that.
Some rivers and stuff like that.
Yeah. So there's some familiar sights there.
Yeah, some familiar sites, but there are some areas of the map that have been changed. Obviously, as would happen in a nuclear war, things are going to get changed.
A lot of things tend to get burnt when a nuclear bomb goes off. So
there's like some new areas, some like craters and stuff that have been made on the map. Yeah. And so there are...
So I love the...
I know.
What should we put here? Let's just put another crater. Let's just put a giant hole.
Yeah, there's like some areas that like you can't go to because they've been affected by the nuclear fallout and stuff like that.
Are they literally... It's off limits. You can't go there, or
so there was an area where I was going down a lake in a boat, and it told me to turn back because I was going into like the nuclear wasteland sort of thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just like their way of gating off certain parts of the map.
Yeah. Oh, no. Nuclear waste.
Yeah, just tell me to go back.
Yeah. So are there any mechanical changes? Have they added anything new, or is it just sort of more of the same?
If you've played Far Cry 5, the gunplay will feel immediately familiar to you.
Yeah.
And a lot of the weapons from Far Cry 5 return, like the assault rifle and some of the pistols and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the big new thing, a lot of the weapons you have to craft, the better weapons, which is a new thing in Far Cry New Dawn, you craft your weapons.
Okay.
And they've all got this very post-apocalyptic DIY vibe to them. So you can build like an assault rifle that's got a bayonet on the end, but that bayonet's just a screwdriver.
Right.
And like the sights on your guns is like a bean can with a bit of glass put in it to act as like a sight.
It sounds like these people would get battered by the post-apocalyptic survivors of the Metro universe.
Probably, yeah.
They're much better prepared over there. This is quite an interesting game to me because of the, it's the same map but different and stuff. Does it feel different enough to you? Does it feel new enough? Because it's not a full price game, is it?
No, it's a slightly reduced in price. it was like £40 instead of 50,
Yeah,
or $40 instead of $60.
It's what I would describe as sort of season pass price range. Does it feel sort of new enough?
I think it feels fresh enough, but I'm not sure if it's worth the amount of money they're asking for it now. But it's not a bad game at all. Definitely feels a bit overly familiar at times, but it's still got a bit of freshness to it that it makes it a journey worth experiencing.
Any characters that sort of reappear? Or
Yeah.
Is that giving things away?
No, there's actually quite a few characters that return from Far Cry 5. So you got, do you remember the pastor who ran the church? He returns as sort of like a badass out in the wasteland. He like gives no shits anymore.
Right.
He's still carrying his shotgun, just going around shooting bandits and stuff. Nick Rye, the pilot guy, he returns with his family.
That's got to be a business card.
I hope so.
Nick Rye, the pilot
I couldn't
guy.
think of any way ever to describe him. Yeah, he returns. They're all the characters I've seen so far.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to spoil.
Okay, there's a lot of like animal fun in Far Cry.
There is, yeah.
There's a lot of like wild animals and sort of, you know, you can get the guns for hire system and you know, half of them were animals. So is there more of that?
Yeah, so you can recruit a dog called Timber. He's actually quite helpful. He scouts out enemies for you and he'll alert you.
Is he an Alsatian?
No, he's an Akita, I think.
Okay.
And then this was actually quite a funny one. It was a side mission to recruit another gun for hire, or fang for hire, they call the animals.
Right, yeah, sure.
And then I shot a padlock off a door, and this mutated boar barged out and started taking everyone out. And it tells you to go pet it, and that's it. And then he's on your team then.
Your mates with a
mutated
boar.
With a mutated boar. It looks like a normal boar,
but
just multiplied in size by a few times.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I hadn't really thought that much about it, and when they announced it, I thought, yeah, maybe, but it might be a sort of wait for sale for me. I think.
I think that might be the case for a lot of people.
Yeah, it certainly sort of feels like that. But they have done this kind of thing in the past, haven't they? A lot, to be fair. Like, you know, the famous one is the one that always gets referenced is Blood Dragon, right?
Yeah.
From Far Cry 3. So
yeah, and then Primal for 4.
Yeah, and they just have a bit of a laugh with what they've already done and put a spin on it. And I guess in story terms, it's quite it gives you an opportunity to be more satisfied with what happens in Far Cry 5, because you spend the whole game working towards something, and then it's, you know, utterly sort of pulled out from underneath you in an annoying kind of way in Far Cry 5. But then this gives you, you know, a chance to go back and sort of work on it and you know, see how things pan out later on. So that's something to think about anyway. Was there a lot of pink in it?
Neon pink and neon blue seems to be this game's primary colour scheme.
Yeah.
And apart from your home base, that's the thing, you've got like a home base in this one as well.
Okay.
It's like a small compound type thing that you can upgrade. If you upgrade your workbenches, you get better weapons. Your infirmary, well, if you upgrade that, it'll give you better health. You upgrade your map guy, he'll sell you maps for hidden resources and stuff like that. But yeah, there is a lot of pink and blue in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing now, isn't it? It's like Rage. That's very
it is,
colourful.
yeah. Rage. Ever since Rage 2 announcement, everything's like neon colour everywhere.
I reckon
in the apocalypse.
Partly is the you know, them sort of flares that go off in Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, they actually have something similar to that in Far Cry.
Yeah, of course.
Except the two main villains always seem to announce their arrival by like shooting fireworks off.
Yeah, but that's what you do if you're a villain in the post-apocalypse. You have to be really like ostentatious and be like, I'm here, and then just make sure everyone knows that you're around.
Yeah,
and that you're a bit of a dick. So that's Far Cry New Dawn. Liam's played a little bit of it, and overall, you reckon it's worth?
Yeah, I've been
worth
having
a revisit.
I've been having a good time with it. A lot of people have been put off by it looks like the game has RPG elements to it.
Yeah.
Just as like a quick thing, then really not RPG elements. They're more like difficulty levels than anything.
I see, right.
Yeah, but so if you're thinking about bullet spongy enemies, don't worry, that's not really a thing in it, so don't let that put you off.
Okay, that's Far Cry New Dawn. It's out on PC, PS4 and Xbox One right now. It's follow up to Far Cry 5. Let us know if you've been playing it already. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Remember to like if you enjoyed the video, and do subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. We've got a few videos in the pipeline this week and another podcast on the way this weekend. Thanks a lot for watching and thanks for listening. We'll see you soon. Bye.